it going, everybody? Welcome to Pillow Talk with Paul Goneau. My guest today is father, gamer, chef, Twitch streamer. I guess that's under gamer. Rory Grant.
What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing?
Happy to have you, brother.
Go on.
Finally make it happen. We fucking haven't seen each other for close to 2 years.
Yeah, man. It's been
How's that been? You started doing the Twitch streaming?
Yeah.
As soon as I seen that, I was like, this is very appropriate. I totally seen you doing something like that.
Yeah, man, definitely. Because, before you were always busy and can't really find the time to, lock it down. But during the pandemic, nobody was doing shit. So
yeah, you run out of some excuses,
Yeah, pretty much, right? So now
Yeah.
it's like your problem was time. Now you have all the time in the world, so to speak. You know what I mean? So
No, for real.
decided to give it a try in maybe 3 months or so. Got affiliated, and it's been good. I gotta definitely put some more time into it, to help it grow. Social media, I guess, is kind of my kryptonite. I don't really go in there a lot, and it's you kind of need it to build. You know what I mean? So,
no, totally. But it's good that you're here. Hopefully some
yeah.
people. I know I definitely have some gamer fans and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of it's hard to build, man. You just I don't know. I think you gotta pay attention to what people like.
Yeah, what they like. Because you're a streamer, but it also depends on the type of games that you stream.
Yeah.
And what you stream, what kind of content you're producing, type of thing.
Yeah, and you don't want to cater to, because a lot of the times those audiences are already saturated and stuff like that. So it's
and especially during the pandemic, there's a lot of everybody and their mom
Yeah.
is doing it. So
for
it's
real,
you gotta
yeah, I could see that.
Find your own space, and just kind of work with that. But yeah, since I started it, it's been good. Viewership has been pretty steady within the 5 to 15, 20 mark. So that's pretty good considering, I'm brand new at it and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, it's your comfort zone. You're just playing video games.
Do you record yourself when you play, or do you just record your video games, or?
For now, I just record my video games.
Okay.
So, because I do it on the console.
Yeah.
So, on the Twitch platform, it records it for you, and then you can do whatever you want with the video after that. Mm-hmm. And then outside of that, I have a thing called Share Factory, and I could use that to record my video gameplay, and then I would voice over it to say what's happening.
Yeah.
So I just started messing with YouTube, so I put up a couple videos. The new Yu-Gi game just dropped.
Yeah. From
back in the day, if you used to like Yu-Gi. So I did a couple videos of that, and I just put that up just to kind of test it and see how it's going.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, it's an option you could
testing the YouTube waters right now.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much, right? Because you never know, right? So.
Yeah, that's hey man, you find your own way. I tried with the TikTok a little bit at first when I started it, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something happened, and I was getting nowhere near huge numbers, but some 1,000 views or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I was just getting 8. And I was like, it's been shadow banned or something, So I don't know exactly what happened, but
yeah, it's a different pool, that one. Yeah, I told myself after I hopped on Instagram, as far as social media is concerned, that was gonna be it for me. So I never messed with Snapchat. I never messed with TikTok.
Twitter.
It's just so much. I'm on Twitter.
You are on Twitter,
but I don't use a lot. But I recently did start using it more because of the Twitch. Mm-hmm. So I have my personal one, and then I have my one for Twitch. That kind of when I'm going live.
Yeah.
I just post it there. So yeah, but yeah, Twitter,
I started
Facebook. Instagram,
I started Instagram just when I started stand-up comedy. My first picture is my very first show that I ever did, and that's I was like, this is kind of feel like it's a little necessary if you're kind of going down this route. And I mean Twitch gaming and that kind of stuff, all that shit is it's the same thing basically,
Yeah, yeah.
But
just putting yourself out there in a different way,
Yeah, I definitely get it though. I'm not a super big fan of the social media. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I find it necessary. I'm even
it is, to a degree, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm even toying right now because I have second show coming up, and I guess this is coming out Tuesday, so it will already be announced. Lafiteria at SoCap in Toronto on Danforth.
Good shit.
It's going to be my second show. And now I'm thinking about possibly like branding, like some sort of like I have like friends that have like they run shows and they have like different brands
Yeah.
like two of my favorite dudes, they have like a brand called Comedy Sucks.
Okay.
And so they put every show that they, you know, produce under that,
Yeah.
you know, banner. And so like I'm kind of toying with cuz you know, the pillow and the cross mics.
Yeah.
So I was kind of toying with like cross mics comedy.
True.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
Like this is just something that, you know, I
Just
see people
popped in
doing
there,
and I'm
yeah.
like, is this necessary? Should I go this route, you know? So
I mean, you could use yourself as well, just Paul Goneau, and everything is just under there. And
Yeah.
then your logo could be the cross mics. And then, you know, or even the pillow talk.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
you know, I'm just figuring things out. You know,
Yeah.
it's just beginning stages, but I feel like at some point I'm gonna end up doing that because I have all these shows.
Yeah.
Like when I started the first one, like my boys on the first show were like, "Oh, like why didn't you call it like Pillow Talk Comedy or something like that?" And they just like the brand, man, the brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like totally ignorant. You know, they've been in it for you know a few more years than me,
Yeah.
and so I'm just you know this newbie. But hey, man,
No,
I feel
that's-
like the best
cool.
way to learn, unfortunately, is the
Yeah.
hard way. So. Sometimes you
It
just
is,
gotta
man.
fucking dive in.
Yep.
You know what I
Just
mean?
gotta go through the motion sometimes, and then whatever sticks, you just run with that one.
What are you playing right now?
Right now, I'm heavy into the Yugi.
Yeah.
Very addictive. I mean, that and I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And what else am I playing?
I just finished Origins, bro, for real.
Yeah?
Assassin's Creed. I
was
played
great,
every
wasn't it?
single one, but cause I'm like, it got to a certain point where like every game started coming out with so much
Was
DLC
this-
stuff,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm behind.
Funny
Like-
enough, the AC series, I stopped right, like, I think the last one before Origins. And then my cousin was like, no, you have to try this one. You have to try this one. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they're just all the same now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so, no. So then I tried Origins and I'm like, wow, like, this is different. So I tried that and then I hopped on Odyssey and I've been enjoying them. They've been good. I just platinumed the Origins not too long ago, still a couple months ago.
That's hard, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's
Trust
crazy.
me,
I
gotta
can
go
I can
in.
get what you're playing PlayStation, yeah?
Yeah, PS4. Yeah.
I get like, I think it's worded differently. I don't know the exact terminology, but like the 1,000 gamer score. Like I get full like the
for Xbox.
100%
Yeah,
some
yeah.
games, but like Assassin's Creed. I think the hardest game I ever did 100% for was Arkham City,
Yeah.
and only because it was just so fun. I
can
enjoyed
imagine
every
that.
single side mission,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
let's just do it. I don't want to stop playing this game, you know?
Yeah, you get to a point where it's like you put so much time into it, you might as well walk away with the platinum. Well, for PlayStation, it's the platinum. For you guys, I guess it's different for Xbox.
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting a PlayStation though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like, because I'm still on Xbox One. I got like the Xbox. This is the thing that I don't like about Xbox is I don't know really what system I have because it's
Yeah.
just like Xbox Series fucking
yeah.
A to Z or you know
I think
I'm not really good with it, but I got the one just when they re-released the Xbox One and it had all these like these extra things put into it.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
like super into
Okay. Yeah, so I think the latest one is the Series X and then the Series S. So you probably have the one like in between there somewhere because it will be Xbox One then.
It's definitely
Whatever
not
one
the
is
tower.
after
It's
that.
not the most recent one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the one that was released right before that.
Okay. Yeah. So you're right.
But
at
I honestly haven't played it since like Christmas. Like I'm kind of playing Back for Blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know that game? Like, it's like- yeah.
I've seen a lot of people streaming
So I haven't really played it. I got an N64 for Christmas,
that one. Nice.
and since I got that, I
Nice.
honestly like that's all I played Back for Blood like once with my buddy online, and I've just been playing that for like the last close to 2 months now.
Yeah, no, the old systems. Trust me, I've been looking at they have the PS1 portable,
Yeah.
and it comes preloaded with a few games.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that because at least I think there may be like 20 games on it, and like 5 of them I used to kill back in the day. So I'm thinking about getting one of those. But yeah, man.
It has crazy replay value, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I just demolished GoldenEye, bro. It took me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when I first got it,
Mm-hmm.
I got like 5 games, like Super Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was playing that at first, and I got like a wrestling game, WrestleMania 2000. And when I first played GoldenEye, I like died like a bunch of times, like right in the beginning, because I was like, I'm so used to playing the current controls that it's a bit different with those yellow buttons and shit, man. It's a bit different, but once I got the hang of it, I was fucking dude,
smoking them.
Yeah. Now I want to get Perfect Dark. That's my next. That's my next one.
My cousin has been dying to get a copy of that too.
Yeah, that's a fucking great game.
Those older ones, that's when they used to make the games solid, you know? Like you didn't have to pay extra for the DLC. Yeah. Everything was just there. If you wandered off the path, you found like a bush under a rock and there was like a secret cave under there and like a secret, you know what I mean? Like that's what, now you gotta pay for the DLC, you gotta pay for the extra characters, like, but you know.
I really like the loading times for these cartridge systems too. Like, it's basically instant, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hardcore. Now you gotta worry about it. Like, I was even watching a comparison video because a new Horizon just dropped. Definitely want to pick that up. And it's like they showed the comparison between the PS4, the PS4 Pro, and the PS5. 13 seconds on the PS5 for a game like that. And like a minute and change later, the PS4 was still loaded. Like, it's crazy.
So what system do you have? Are you up to date?
I'm not currently up to date. Like I said, pandemic, definitely derailed a lot of things, man. Definitely derailed a lot of things. But
dug
right
into
now,
the savings for me, man.
Right? I'm heavy into the savings. Like I recently just started working again after from like the pandemic hit till, you know, like was just trying to stay afloat, you know what I mean? So I got the 3, I got the 4, I got the Vita still. I got the Nintendo Switch for my birthday. Got that, so I've been, you know, putting.
Did you get the what is it, the Switch Lite, or do you have like the original?
The original one. Yeah, I had to go with the original one because it's like it's just so sick how you can hook it up to the TV and just take it out.
Like you got to be able to
smart.
do that.
Like they did it good. They did it proper. And what else do I have? Yeah, and those are the ones I have. I do want the 5 eventually, but gotta figure out some adult stuff first.
Yeah.
And then go from there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I generally like to avoid, like, I'm not the guy who's like, as soon as shit comes out,
I gotta
no,
especially
that's not
technology.
Me. Yeah.
I usually let it
with video games especially, I think with systems, it's like we're not making this is what I was trying to explain to my girlfriend. She's not super into the video game world, but I think like the last giant leap for video games was from like the era of, this is, you know, you could argue VR, but the era of like Sega and Super Nintendo to 64. I feel like that was the biggest like leap in how video games were played.
And how they progressed.
And like a lot of those 64, like we're going to go through first person shooters after, and like a lot of mine are just, you know, older because I don't know, I feel like that's what I played. They have a lot of games that just paved the way, you know? Dreamcast also, I think, is like a system that was ahead of its time.
I think, I would agree with that one. I never had one, but a friend of mine did, and I used to go over there and play it all the time. And that one I would say definitely was a little, you know?
Yeah.
Ahead of its time at the time.
It was fun though. I didn't get the memory cards.
No. Well, for the PlayStation, I got the big 365 gig one, where it's like you plug it in and you have from like A to D, and each of those had like maybe 25 or 30 spots that you could save, because like I was super gamer, you know what I mean? So definitely needed more memory card. You just plug that out, bring it to your friend's house, load it in, and you're good to go. I kind of miss that. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of miss the memory card, you know? I still have one actually.
You don't have a GameCube, eh?
No, I never did get the GameCube. I did all the PlayStations. I never did get the GameCube. I had an Xbox for a little while, and then I ended up getting rid of that because I don't know, more on the PlayStation side in terms of like games they're putting out and stuff that's coming out. They were more, you know, back then too. I think Xbox focused more like on a lot of like sports games. You know what I mean? And it's like I do the soccer every now and then, but that was, it wasn't a lot of games coming out for it. So
yeah, I kind of did PlayStation for a bit. I'm not like I was kind of touching on earlier. Like I'm not really big on the hardware and stuff like that. Like I don't really know what's running. It's just like like when I stopped playing games for a bit, and when I got when I got back into it, I just got Xbox because that's what my friends had. But I had the last PlayStation system I had was 2. And my system was modded, bro. Like it was stacked. Like I could play like
anything. Yeah,
I had like movies that I could just like, oh my god, man. And like I wasn't even all the way there. Like my buddy had like picture. Like he could watch like a movie. I like legit just like remember him like watching Matrix one day in like the corner while he was playing fucking Tomb Raider or some shit.
That's super. That's
like,
heavy.
Just wild, man.
That's heavy.
Like what?
Yeah, I just did the basic stuff. I didn't even mod mine, and I think I still have it in the garage somewhere. To be honest.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah. But the slim one.
Solid system, man.
The slim. Because I traded in the big one for the slim one.
I have the mini out there, the OG PlayStation Mini out there.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
But I think if you're gonna, I wouldn't say don't get it. I just would say if you do, look into. They have these USB keys you can get on Amazon that have like, a bunch of extra games.
Yeah.
I think what's on it is like. I ran out of the games that I liked. Like I kind of like I haven't played it in a long time. Like if you look, there's a bit of dust on it right now. So, but I mean, there's some fun games. PlayStation was a good era. Too.
It was a good time. Yeah, I think like you said, the leap between the Sega and the 64 was a big one, and then also, I think the PlayStation was another big one, and more so because of what happened with like the deal that they were supposed to have with like. Nintendo, because I don't know if you remember that. Like they were basically supposed to produce the discs, and then I think it was Nintendo, if I'm correct, was supposed to produce the systems, and then at the last minute they pulled out, right? And there was a whole big thing about it, and then PlayStation decided that, you know what, we don't need you guys, we're just gonna do our own thing, and then that's how the PlayStation came to be, and then they've been like on top ever since, Yeah, I think it was Nintendo, if memory serves me correctly. So they were supposed to do like a partnership. Because remember back then, Sony, you had the Sony TV, the Walkmans, all of that stuff. That's what they did, right? They didn't really do the games.
No.
So once they decided that, you know what, there's a market here, we'll make the discs, get away from the cartridge, kind of, reinvent the wheel type of thing. And then they were supposed to do it together. And then for whatever reason, they pulled out at the last minute. And Sony was just there holding the bag. And they said, you know what, we're not licked. We're going to do this on our own. And they made the system, started pumping out the games, and they've been the giants ever since. So sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes that's how it works out. Yeah, man, the console wars on top of console wars on top of console wars, they're always up here.
I don't even know, like, the numbers anymore, but I think the next big leap will be... I mean, VR's around. It is. But I just don't think it's
not
where it's just in the beginning stages, so I don't think it's amazing yet.
Yeah.
It's fun, but like
there's room to grow.
Yeah,
for sure. There's room to grow. Definitely, for sure. There's room to grow.
Have you ever like, oh my god, they have like these mats that you can like run on too, where they're they're integrating like more into the gameplay.
Yeah. I haven't experienced it in like the video game sense. But I have seen it. Like I've watched a few streams on it, watched a few videos on it, and it's definitely, they're getting there. They're getting there. They're definitely getting there.
So what's like your most anticipated game of the year?
It's out right now, actually.
Oh yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn. Forbidden West, number 2. Number 1, I put a lot of time in. I got the collector's edition and all that. And number 2 dropped yesterday.
What's that?
Friday. Horizon.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were coming up with another game. That's the second one in the series.
So, that's the second one.
I got you,
bro. It's beautiful, man. I can't wait to dive in.
I'm pretty hyped for the what is it? The Arkham Knights? Is that what they're calling it? Or Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights. That's it. Yeah.
That one's gonna be it. That one's gonna be up here. If it's done right, the way it's supposed to be, it's definitely gonna be up here as well.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, man. Trust me.
You get your Batman tickets yet, bro?
Not yet.
Ooh,
Not
I got
yet.
him. I got him. I'm seeing it
When
Thursday.
Is it supposed to
drop? The 3rd.
The 3rd
I
of
think.
next month, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like
Okay.
like 2 weeks. Close to
Okay.
yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, man. I will say I was weary at first about Edward playing Batman.
Yeah,
Right?
obviously, yeah.
Right?
I
But
understand.
after
Me
I've
too.
seen the trailers, I'm like, this could work.
Yo, it's
But
funny. I think.
it was the same feeling I had when Ben Affleck was gonna do Batman. In the
Oh,
other
really?
one. And then after I saw it, I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, all right, we're good.
I thought Ben
Yeah.
Affleck looked the part,
Yeah.
and I don't think he did a good job of doing Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really gets the shine, and he'll never really get the shine
Probably
that he
not,
deserves
yeah.
because he never got his own
Yeah,
own thing.
His own, yeah.
But I heard he's gonna be in the Flash, the movie coming out this year.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that'll be
Okay.
really interesting to see exactly what DC does in that movie. Because it's not gonna. It's they're somewhat Flashpointy,
Yeah,
but not fully. So
because aren't they gonna do the Grant Gustin as well, the TV Flash?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
they
he's gonna
did
be in
some
it.
stuff
Yeah,
on the Flash. Do you watch the Flash TV show?
I do. I'm not caught up.
I
to
haven't.
whatever
I
is
haven't
there, but
watched
yeah.
any of the current season.
Yeah.
But at like a few seasons ago, they did like a tie-in where they had Ezra Miller's Flash on the TV show, and they were like, they ran into each other, and they were both liking each other. That one looks really comfy. Oh, that one looks fancy,
Yeah,
and
I
they were
think I saw that
commenting
one.
on each other's
Yeah.
suits.
Yeah,
And it was a really cool thing. Have you watched Peacemaker?
I have not watched that
Oh
yet.
my god!
I have not watched that yet, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. To be honest.
Everybody I try to talk, the finale, bro. Okay, that series is like arguably one of the best comic book series. Like for me, DC is like my shit, and the top of them is Watchmen. And I think second place is easily Peacemaker. Like live action shows. I'm talking.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't seen the Peacemaker, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it.
And in the finale, they tie it in with some stuff. Like the finale's just everybody I try to talk to about the finale is like, no man. Even if they watch the series, they're like, oh no, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh wow.
It's like, god damn, I'm dying to talk about this.
But
definitely check it out, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely
it's on
gonna check
Crave.
it
I don't
out.
know
Yeah?
what ones you do.
I actually just subscribed to Crave just for the hell of it. I was like, you know what, I have everything else.
You on that free month?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
Peacemaker then, man. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely gonna.
There's
check
only
it
like
out.
7 or 8 episodes.
Okay, cool. What's like an hour, 40 minutes a piece?
Yeah, like 45, I want to say. Average 45. But super solid, man.
All right, cool. Something to do then. Something to look forward to.
So how do you feel about okay, first off, you saw No Way Home?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That.
So
Bro. Yeah. I mean, I think it's probably the greatest Spider-Man movie they ever made. Yo.
I've like gone on record
It was
saying
so good.
it's legitimately my favorite Marvel movie of all time.
It was so
And it's not even, I
good.
guess, technically MCU, is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's the Sony Studios is running that stuff, right?
Yeah. But no, it's definitely MCU because you have all the other people in there as well. And you know, Sony tries to do the whole, this is my kid, you know what I mean, type of thing. But ultimately, it's part of the MCU. So, but it was really good, and I like the piece at the end, when they showed how they're gonna bring Venom into the MCU.
The credit
end
scene.
credit?
Yeah,
man. But yeah, it was phenomenal.
And that was just, I think, the tip of the iceberg for what this multiverse is for Marvel. Like Doctor Strange, man.
They can
things I keep hearing, and I mean, with the history of all the Marvel movies, the possibilities are so
endless.
I think people are focusing on, the obvious, like, okay, we heard Patrick Stewart and stuff like that, but I'm thinking like Fantastic Four and like Chris Evans being and like
there.
I I honestly, I don't want to be this way, but I really feel strongly, like, with what this movie is about, that if we don't get fucking Silver Surfer somewhere in there, dude, I'm going to be really disappointed. That's really the only... Even if it's just, you know, like, seeing something silver flying across in the sky. Like, just something.
Just a tease. Yeah.
Just to be like, oh, because... And, like, I own it, but I don't think... They did him justice in the Rise of the Silver Surfer back in the day.
Yeah, those... okay. They were... Okay, because it was the first time doing it, I personally think it was decent. It was kind of like the first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
It was good, but you saw, like, with proper budget and so forth, where it could have gone. You know what I mean? So I felt the same way about that. But it was definitely... You know, like it was just treading water. You know what I mean? Like they could have pushed it a little bit more. And then now, if they were to do it, better graphics.
They're better at doing what they do. Right. Like I do find Marvel very cookie cutter. Mm-hmm. Like that's like it's, you know, a lot of why I like DC is because like their movies are kind of all over the place, and you know a lot of people could say they have a lot of misses, but I enjoy the risks that they take.
Yeah.
But I think there's also, like, it's like you can't discredit, like, even if Marvel is doing these cookie cutter movies, that, and I enjoy them. So I can't say anything. They're still doing, people still go to see them. They're doing great. Something right. So they're sticking to this formula.
Yeah, they're great.
And, so who, like, what are your predictions in the movie? Like, who do you want to see in Doctor Strange 2?
Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Kind of like you, I definitely would want to see like a revamp, or at least something hinting towards a revamp of the whole Fantastic Four. You know, because
I think they're definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four for sure, because now they have, because I think Fox own that.
Yeah.
And they bought Fox, they have the rights to all that shit. They have the rights
to do it. So I would definitely want to see that, especially them highlighting Doom as a villain. The last guy did all right. The remake after the very first one. He looked
good, but it's the movies. It's because of the movies. He was in this movie that was just a mess.
Yeah.
And so he'll never.
For sure.
But I mean, he's definitely like one of the best villains of all time. Like for sure, top 10. We're gonna go through that too in top 5 in a bit.
Yep.
But he's not in my top 5. But he's menacing, you know.
Yeah. And I'd like to see them do something else with Ghost Rider, because I feel like that was
okay.
I feel like they tried, but I don't know what it was. If it was the script or because I think Nicolas Cage did a pretty good job.
You do, eh? See, I'm not a big Nick Cage fan.
He did in the first one.
First one was okay.
The second one, it was a little. I think it. I don't know. I don't want to say emo, but like.
And they did a version of Ghost Rider in like a Marvel show. I believe.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. What did you think of that? I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
It was good because it was a different take on it. And instead of the bike, he drove the car. It was like
I saw that.
Like it was a Mustang, I think. So it was an interesting new take, and the guy that did it did actually a pretty good job in my opinion. He did a really good job doing it. So I kind of like it. And I think they have a few comics about it too.
I think he would be a better choice because like, granted, I haven't seen the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Version, but from what I've like read, he seems to be better received than Nicolas Cage. Yeah, so
I could definitely see that. And,
but even cameos, like the thing with all this stuff is it's just cool just to have like
everybody there,
a little bit of here and there, like just somebody stick their head in. Like, man, I'm really hoping for Deadpool and like that. I mean, the ultimate wish is Hugh Jackman. I think.
Yeah,
you know,
same here.
Like, don't fuck with people. You gave us Patrick Stewart like that. Yeah, we wanted that a bit, but like.
I would definitely, be on board with that as well. I would definitely, and like you said, what I like is when they have crossovers or cameos or stuff like that. Like even in the 90s Spider-Man movie when they did those four or five episodes when the X-Men crossed over, and then they had Iron Man when there was them, Carnage, Madam Web, all of those. I like when they do that, but I don't like when they're just linear, and it's just nobody else shows up. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of had that Same thing in when I watched the Eternals. So it's like the Eternals happened. It's pretty good.
You liked it,
pretty
eh?
Good. Yeah,
okay.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It happened, but then it's like with everything else that happened, with Thanos and everything, like they could have at least done a cameo of them. Like even if you saw like Icarus flying overhead, just watching and being like, you know what, we're not gonna get involved because of so on and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? I do like when they put a bunch of people in there. Like,
it's challenging when you have so many things, and that's why I think like, you know, Doctor Strange 2 is like,
yeah, man,
it's gonna be hard to juggle, but they did such a great job with Spider-Man that I really think, like, I'm like, oh please, just do it right. You did it great. You know, this is how you do it. Just insert a few more people. Like they told the story, and I heard there's a lot more. Like I think when they release No Way Home on like Blu-ray and DVD and shit, it's gonna be like a good amount of special features and deleted scenes, because I hear there's like way more stuff, and they were just like, we have to stick to like you know, the main Spider-Man story and stuff like that, just progress it. And it was a fairly long movie, but
it was,
buddy, I don't even care. Like I enjoyed Zack Snyder's Justice League. 4 hours. I could do a 4-hour Spider-Man easily. Dude. You like that shit?
Yo, the Snyder cut. I kept hearing about it. I kept hearing about it. And before that, I'm gonna be 100%. People might not like this. But the first one was trash. I'm sorry.
It was okay for me.
It was trash.
See, for me, it was okay because it's like what you were saying about those other movies. It's like when they first. Okay. When it's like their first appearance, these are the characters you've seen on pages, just drawn before, or like in like old school, you know, animated cartoons, and they're finally bringing them to life. So it's like just seeing them for the first time. I think that's why you know people hold Tobey Maguire so close, is because he was like the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, live action. Okay, so on
even
that
Keaton,
note, on that note, I agree with you 100%. But in terms of like the story surrounding it was kind of like all over the place. Like even. Like for when they introduced Cyborg, they brought him in, and then that was it.
Whereas his story,
cut,
like
they explained.
He had like another hour of stuff, like explaining. Right. So it was really necessary.
Just flushed it out more, and you're just like, okay, because keep in mind now, we know the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like us from our era, we know the story. But for all the newcomers, they're like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you're gonna do that, you gotta do like what Marvel does: make a movie with this character, and then just put them together. You know what I mean? With DC, it looked like they just kind of cut out that. I don't know if maybe they thought they were going to copy Marvel or something, and they just kind of...
Well, they did have fucking Joss Whedon, who did the Avengers, and he was like... I guess going into the Avengers, he was a little more set up than, you know, the Justice League was. And, like, for me, like you said, it's like if you know a little bit of stuff, like, you don't necessarily need that, but for, like, casual fans and people that are just, like...
Just hopping on now.
Yeah. And, like, I'm not really against it. Like, I don't care. I love that this stuff is becoming popular and we're getting a lot of it. You know? People complain. It's like, there's too many. It's like, no.
There's not enough.
Yes.
Remember,
that's exactly what I was going to say.
As a kid,
give me more.
You were reading this on a paper. It was like, what, 12 pages? Right? You had to be careful not to get, like, dog ears on it. And now, you can turn on your TV and see them. And then what I like about what Marvel did is a good 90%, if not all, of the actors that played them actually fit that role. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I can't see Iron Man now without seeing Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
I can't see Captain America without seeing Chris Evans. You know what I mean? Like, Hugh Jackman. They said they were going to get...
Hugh Jackman
they were going to get Superman to play him. It could work, but... Jackman...
They were going to get...
the... What's his name?
Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill. There was a rumor.
To play Wolverine.
Right?
Oh, no.
Right? I'm hoping that...
I don't know about that, man.
You know?
Even if he does come back in Doctor Strange, I don't think it's going to be for good.
For good? Yeah,
you know?
Because he did say when he bowed out, he did say it was physically taxing on him.
And he did it justice, man.
He did. He really did.
You know?
He really did.
Like, when I think of like this genre, and obviously, like, Batman's my guy, but I just don't see anyone fitting the role better than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, no,
that's like
absolutely
top of the line.
They hit the mark with that one. They definitely hit the mark. That was a bullseye. And then the good thing about it is that even though he's older, right, the actor himself, they could always just switch it to Old Man Logan. They could just bring in Old Man Logan.
That's why I was excited about Affleck. And now obviously, like, I don't know, you probably saw the trailer for the Flash, but you hear Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
He's going to be in it, so I think they could still do it. But when, Affleck was introduced, and in like, especially Whedon's cut of Justice League, like, Batman was taking a beating, and you could see that he was at the end of, like, his run as Batman, and I was just like, Batman Beyond, Batman Beyond, Batman Beyond. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. It'd be perfect. We get him as, Batman, and then eventually we get him as, like, mentor, sidekick, whatever, guy in the chair.
That I would think would be the next step. I was actually surprised that they went for the Batman instead. Another one that I was also thinking they were gonna do when they first showed the symbol on his chest, I thought they were going for Beware the Bat. Have you seen that one?
No, but I know of it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I thought they were gonna go that way, but when I realized they were doing the Batman, I was like, okay.
I definitely got to check that out. People keep telling me about that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll check it out.
It's really good.
Just one season, right?
Yes.
They do more.
No, wait, was it one? Yeah, I think it's one, but it's like 24 episodes. Yeah. It was really good. It was done really well. It was a different take. They showed a couple of new villains, in there, a couple of old ones as well. It was done good. It was good. I had no issues with that one. I had no issues with that one at all.
All right, man. Well, so I guess over the past month or so, been running the Pillow Talk Villain Tournament.
Yep. I see. I voted a couple times.
Yeah. There's a lot of surprises. I think we could go through that.
Yeah.
And then maybe run through our top. You know what? Actually, let's fucking do this first.
Oh.
Hey,
snacks.
Yeah, bro. This is Tokyo Treat. It's like a monthly subscription box.
Yeah.
You pick one thing, I'll pick one thing. We'll try them out.
All right.
You don't know what it is? There's this thing that explains it.
Oh shoot! I think I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Because they put a bunch of sweets together, almost like a bento box type thing.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Fun. And they give you a lot of stuff. Like, I only really put the stuff that we can share in here, but there's a lot of single things, or they give you one drink.
Yeah. This feels like it's my style.
Alright, let's run that.
This one here.
Alright. Yeah, there were a lot of surprises in this villain tournament, dude. What you got?
I got whatever this is.
Alright, let's check it out. Boom. They changed it up. They used to have one page, so I didn't have to flip shit. Yeah, oh, there it is. Yeah. Some high chew premium. Was it high chew? So it's just high chew. It's just okay. It's pretty easy. And I think these are just mini brownies or something.
Okay.
Choco Bites. Uma Choco Bites. Hey.
This is Japanese, right?
Yeah, man. It's all from Japan.
Nice.
They're pretty hit or miss, but these both seem pretty solid. Oh, it's just chocolate. They're not even... I thought they were brownies.
Oh, these are soft. All right, we'll just dive in.
Oh, wow. Bro, those are good. Check that out. Bang.
Yeah.
These are really good.
They're pretty good. It kind of, remember that gum that used to come in the container? And you could just, peel it out like tape?
Oh, yeah. Bubble tape. What's it called? Bubble
tape?
That's
what this tastes like.
Oh, yo, look it up.
Yeah, that's what this tastes like.
Oh, that was good, man. I also really like the, and the flavor didn't last long, but I just love the little bits, the Big League Chew.
Yeah.
That was good too, man.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna have another one.
No, eat them up, man. Alright, so I guess before we start this, you want to run through top 5 villains?
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna spit out a few, 5 of them. I'm not gonna go in any particular order.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Except for maybe one. So, I'm gonna say my number 1 is Darkseid. Right? Menacing guy. Menacing. I just love his composure in every situation. And the intellect. He's you're always beneath him no matter what. Right? Number 2, I'm gonna go with Thanos. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's on the Thanos bandwagon now because of the MCU, but I've always liked him. But I like the comic book version of him better than the movie version. But the movie version was still pretty sick, right? My number 3, Joker. I'm gonna go with the Joker, and number 4, I'm gonna say Apocalypse. I don't feel like you hear about that guy enough, and
you don't.
He's pretty, you know what I mean? And then number 5, I know you have some reservations about this, but I'm gonna go with Doom.
Hey, no, I don't have reservations about that. That's fine. I think Dr. Doom is mad underrated. And I think he's slept on now because he's been in those Fantastic Four movies, But like he's wicked, man.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my top 5 villains when I think of like people who've done the most disgusting things and the most interesting things. That's my top 5.
Yeah, that's fair. I when I was doing this tournament, I generally hit up my buddy Steve. And I'm like, hey man, so I have like 20 villains, like give me 12 more, And he sends me this shit, and we generally like talk about it because he's like nerd to the next level, like, and that's what I love about him. But going through it, I was like, oh, like I did my I think villains once or twice on here before, but after doing this, I was like, oh shit, like, and I just I switched my list up a bit. So number 1 is Joker.
Okay.
Number 2 is the Wet Bandits. I never included them before, but like doing this, my buddy was like, "Oh, like for sure." I was like, "Can I include them?"
Home Alone.
Yeah, from Home Alone.
Those guys are,
not necessarily. And this is the thing about this tournament is like it wasn't necessarily people hit me up like, "Oh, like for sure." If we're talking like battle, like like for sure, like this guy's gonna win or whatever. And I was just, it's just really who you like.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a popularity contest.
The bad guy that's that you.
But yeah, so my number 3 would be Shredder.
Okay.
And 4, Ink from Batman Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah. Never here. I just am a huge Batman Beyond fan.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And she was my favorite villain from that, so she's got to be on there. And then Venom. I have reservations about putting Venom on there because of where he is now, but growing up, like he was nothing but a villain,
No, that's crazy. Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a pretty solid list. All
right, so I'm gonna try to run through this quick because there's 32 villains. So round 1 we had. I might pronounce some of these wrong because I'm not super like some of these villains I was like, oh yeah, for sure, like Final Fantasy characters need to be in there. That's super popular.
Sephiroth.
So things like that. So what's Sauron? He's from Lord of the Rings,
Lord
right?
of the Rings, yeah.
So he beat Cobra Commander in the first round.
Okay.
Plankton beat Dr. Evil.
Plankton?
Yeah, Plankton.
Like SpongeBob?
Yeah. Yeah. Lord Voldemort beat Hans Gruber.
Okay. That's the latest Star Wars, right?
Voldemort, Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shredder beat Luther.
Okay.
Scar beat Michael Myers.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
Shredder. By 1 vote. One vote separated Luther and Shredder.
That's crazy.
Scar from Lion King beat Michael Myers.
I voted for Scar still.
You did?
I did.
Yeah. Well, I imagine like there's like some people that are like older now that when Lion King came out, that shit scarred them for real, and he was just menacing, so I get it. That's why Ursula from Little Mermaid was on there. Because, like, personally, that was like...
Yeah, she was evil.
She
was pretty evil. She was savage.
So Thanos beat Professor Moriarty. I guess he's Sherlock.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Hannibal Lecter beat Bane.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
Wow.
The popularity of Hannibal Lecter is astounding. It's going to blow your mind.
It is up there. I think I actually voted for him too.
Yeah?
But I wasn't sure. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Wet Bandits beat Robotnik.
Okay.
Darth Vader beat Sephiroth. Is that how you say it?
Sephiroth, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Amanda Waller beat Jason Voorhees by 1 vote, but
I mean, she's pretty, yeah.
She's heartless. She's ruthless.
She really is.
Yeah.
It's business, and that's it.
Bowser beat Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Joker beat Dmitry Raskolov.
I think Joker would probably beat anybody, but to be honest, but yeah.
Green Goblin beat Ursula.
Okay.
Doctor Doom. I think actually... Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, Doctor Doom beat Mika Bell. Who is he? He's from Red Dead.
Okay.
The Red Dead series.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Then Megatron, Emperor Palpatine.
He beat Palpatine?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Megatron's, yeah.
That was a little surprise. I'm always surprised when the Star Wars guys lose, just because I've had 2 tournaments before, legit. Okay, both tournaments were down to Batman and Star Wars, and Star Wars won both times.
Wow.
And so, like, anytime anything Star Wars loses, I'm, like, mad surprised. I'm not super into Star Wars,
Megatron's a different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megatron is a different guy.
Darkseid beat Agent Smith.
I can see that.
So that's round 1. So, round 2, we had Sauron beat Amanda Waller.
Okay.
Green Goblin beat Bowser.
Okay.
Shredder beat the Wet Bandits. Hannibal Lecter beat Thanos.
Whoa.
Bro.
Whoa, this guy's popular for
ridiculous. And like when I was putting, I was like, okay, so we gotta have some horror guys in. I didn't put Chucky in because I didn't think he'd go far.
He'd probably go pretty far.
But Lecter, like I'm just, if anything, I was like, Jason Voorhees is gonna make it a little further. He was out first round. Freddy Krueger out first round.
I don't know about that Thanos one though.
Lecter's in the 3rd round, bro. And it was what are the votes? 15. Oh no, sorry. 14 to 13.
That's crazy.
That was the votes. Hannibal Lecter won by 1 vote.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah, man.
Darkseid beat Plankton.
Okay.
For sure. Darth Vader beat Scar. Voldemort beat Doctor Doom. And Joker beat Megatron. Like, slaughtered Megatron. Megatron, like, did good in the first round, but then...
That's the Harry Potter guy,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, so yeah, he wasn't winning that. He's good, but he wasn't winning that against that guy.
Okay, quarterfinals, we got Green Goblin. He beat Darkseid.
Wow, he's really hanging in there. Probably because of No Way Home.
Yeah, he has like, yeah, for sure. That definitely played a role.
Yeah.
But I mean, William Dafoe, bro. Come on, if we're talking actors too, like especially when they had him without like the mask and stuff, the hood, dude, I was like,
that was it right there.
Yeah, you never even needed the mask. What are we doing?
Okay,
so
it right there.
Hannibal Lecter beat Shredder.
Wow, this guy's really like
crushing it, bro. I had no idea.
Like, wow.
Darth Vader beat Voldemort.
Okay, I could see that.
Joker beat Sauron. And then for the semifinals, we have Joker beat Green Goblin. That was kind of a cool little... and like he beat him by a bit. I thought it would be closer, but...
Yeah. And I mean, in a lot of ways, you could say there's a kind of a similarity there between the two of them, but... Yeah,
definitely.
I could see that.
I think that, like, you know, arguably... Well, unless you consider Venom, I think Green Goblin's probably Spider-Man's 2nd biggest villain or most popular villain.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Darth Vader beat Hannibal Lecter, finally out.
Wow.
So the finals are Joker and Darth Vader, Batman and fucking Star Wars for the 3rd time, 3rd tournament.
Jeez.
But Joker won, bro.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah, so the final votes for that were 19 to 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a gap.
Decent.
That's
decent, man. Gap. I'm pretty happy with that.
That's...
Joker's got to be on everyone's list. Even if he's not like even a number one. Not,
he's on there somewhere.
Like, who else has made more of an impact? Like, I remember when I put Ink, when I, for the very first time, did villains as top 5. And my buddy was like, Ink? Like, Ink. Yeah. Like, out of everybody. And I was like, man, just because, like, I grew up with Batman Beyond, and I, like, bro, I've seen, like, the whole entire series, like, numerous times.
I think there was, like, a little movie.
Yeah, Return of the Joker, I think, yeah. Which was fucking amazing. All right, what do you want to do next? Let's do first-person shooters.
All right, so not super heavy into it, but the ones that I've played, I did like. So I'm gonna start off with Halo. I played a little bit of that.
Halo?
Back in the day.
Yep. You tried it?
Let me give it a try. Was it like brownies?
No, not really. It's like kind of like a wafer. It's not bad.
Yeah, it actually tastes like a wafer. All right. So Halo. Played Call of Duty from Modern Warfare 2 all the way up to Ghost. And then after that, I was just like, yeah, you guys are, you know, rinse and repeat. So I left that alone. Destiny 1, the first one, put a lot of time into that one, and didn't get a chance to really play much GoldenEye, but the little bit that I did play, I can understand why everybody swears by it.
It was a game changer.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
real, for sure.
I think when it comes down to it, Perfect Dark was better, but
yeah, and especially back then, Bond was like the thing. Everybody was just anticipating the new James Bond movie. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then I think that's it for me.
And they actually released another like 007 game for 64, but it was just trash, bro.
Yeah.
After GoldenEye,
it set the bar so high.
Yeah.
Nothing could come after that. I think I remember that actually. But yeah, those are the ones that I've actually played. There is this new one, brand new, like Tina's Wonderland or whatever it's called. That's pretty interesting. I played a little bit of it. Could get into it, but yeah.
I'm not a super big fan of first person shooters, and I think it comes down to, like, I was big on Halo when it first came out, but then it's like once all the stuff went online, like, you know, the majority of the play was online, I just found out that I wasn't good enough. And so playing online just wasn't fun. And then from the original Xbox to the 360, like maybe the middle of the 360, like there was like a good amount of years in between there that I didn't play video games at all.
With those ones you gotta stay current.
And so like everyone's just like, they're so good at that shit. So I fell off Halo a bit. It's not on my list. Perfect Dark is my number one. I think it would just kind of built on what GoldenEye was, and it added a bunch of cooler things, laptop guns, like drone guns and shit like that. Just like cooler weapons and bigger playing areas. It just made, it was like GoldenEye Deluxe, basically, you know? And this is, I don't know if this is a first person shooter, but this is the first shooter I ever played, and like, I was holding a gun. I don't think it gets any more first person than that. Duck Hunt, bro.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Dude, I still have it, homie. I still have it. I still have the gun.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Man.
Do I still have the gun? I think I still have the gun, but I don't
Show me someone who beat Duck Hunt, bro.
Yo,
show me someone who beat it.
That little dog? Oh, buddy.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that game was fun.
But like, I mean,
I would say yeah.
I probably played that more than any other like shoot. You would say it's a first person shooter?
I would definitely say it's a first person shooter.
All right.
I think in a lot of ways too, you could even argue that it might have been like your first introduction to something VR.
Yeah,
because you were outside, you were just holding the thing. You know what I mean? Argument could be made. You know, we could go back and forth about it.
I give Nintendo credit because, I mean, they've lasted like for us growing up. It wasn't Microsoft and Sony. It was Sega and Nintendo.
Yep.
And now, and like I say, Microsoft and Sony, but Nintendo's just like, they're in there, man, and they've consistently been in there, and they've just been trying shit. They're like, oh, we're gonna do a glove. Oh, the glove didn't work. We're gonna do this. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, this worked. We're gonna do that. Yep. And they've been innovating like nobody's business, and I think that's why they're still afloat. You know,
they the thing with them is, I find they stay in their lane and they just do their thing. They don't really watch what everybody else is doing.
Yeah,
you know, because they made the Switch next gen handheld, but you can hook it up to the TV. And it doesn't even, I think it was just a few months ago they upgraded it so you could have a Bluetooth like headset with it. You know what I mean? So it's they stay in their lane, and I've enjoyed having it, especially when I got it was when my second daughter was just born. So I got that instead of the 5 because at least that way I could be in the room with her and not, you want to make that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, man.
All right, so my number 3 is Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
I would even say like I liked both. Maybe even the second one is slightly better because again it's just kind of like building on what the first one is.
Yeah.
Doom Eternal.
Okay.
And then GoldenEye.
Right.
I gotta put it up there just because I think like first person shooters, like every game, like no matter what one you think is the best, I think it owes every one of them owe a lot to the GoldenEye game. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, like I played it and I crushed it, but I'm like, can't wait to get Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But solid, man. Still solid, still fun to play.
Definitely.
All right, let's go through DMX songs.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Now that was very difficult to choose just 5, because for me, he was that guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was that guy. But I think I narrowed it down for like when a couple weeks go by or a couple months go by, and I'm like, you know what? Need to listen to some DMX.
Yeah.
This is where I start.
What do you? Yeah.
And then I end up going like right back to the beginning of the album and going all the way.
Do you do like Spotify and shit when you listen to music?
Yeah.
So like on Spotify, can you? I don't really do it. I have it, but I don't really use it too much. But like, can you count? Does it show you how many times you've listened to certain things? Can you go somewhere and see that?
I'm not 100%. I usually just load up my song, press play, and that's it.
Okay.
But I think it. I think what it does is based on how many times you've listened to something from that artist, it'll start giving you like recommendations for that. But in terms of counting, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to say for sure. But yeah. So top 5, from the first album, the Rough Riders Anthem. The song about Damien, can't remember the name of it right now. It's the one where he's like, having this like struggle with the devil or whatever. So there's a bunch of those on each of his albums, but so basically I'm lumping all of those together as one.
Okay.
All right. How's It Going Down? Off the second album, Slipping. And also off the second album, The Heat. And then off the third album, I think it's called DXL, where it was like him, the Locks, and a bunch of other people. And those are the ones that like, when I want to listen to some DMX, I go in there, and then usually those ones prompt me to go back to the beginning of the album and just listen to the whole album, the whole second album, the whole third album, fourth, all the way down. Fun fact, I'm not sure if you know this, a lot of people don't, but It's Dark and Hell is Hot was not his first album. It was one called Born Loser.
Okay.
It didn't sell well, but it was his first album, and then they went back to the drawing board and they did It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't hear.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I have a discography. I have pretty much almost all of his stuff. When I heard he passed away, I kid you not, I cried real tears.
Rough, eh?
Like it was that guy, yeah, man.
I feel that, man.
He was different, man. He was different.
He wasn't that guy for me.
Yeah.
But I get it. I've had like, I think the only one I can really relate to is Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, where I was like actually like something happened to me.
Yeah.
But I get it, man. He
just resonated with you.
He was like, I liked him. Don't get me wrong. I just I wouldn't say like I'm sure there's bigger DMX fans than me. I wouldn't even want to try to claim that, but. I definitely respected what he brought to the table. I like fucking a lot of his songs.
Yep.
I don't want to. I feel like you're gonna be weird about one of my songs, but it's okay. We're gonna go through it. Okay. We Right Here is my number 1.
Okay.
What's My Name?
Okay.
Number 2.
Yep.
No Sunshine, or is it Ain't No Sunshine, or is it just No Sunshine?
Yeah.
Okay. Who We Be's my number 4. And then
After Great Depression,
could easily like Rough Riders Anthem was my number 5. I put it in, and then when I really thought about it, I was like, I'm gonna be real, man. For a long time, I was like, I don't think there's a lot of hip hop Christmas songs.
The Rudolph.
Yeah, fucking right, the Rudolph, man.
You didn't.
For sure. I thought he should have done like a Christmas album,
like
bro. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is why I respected him. It's because like it's like no matter what, at the end of the day, it's like if you're doing something and you're just 100% just you, and you're like, whatever, I'm gonna ride it, and if it happens, it happens. And he did, and it was like he was just. So I respected him so much because he was like there at his time, especially like there was no one that was more comfortable just being themselves.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
And like just I remember I watched this thing about Jay-Z talking about him, and arguably Jay-Z's I mean, depends who you ask, but he's probably made more money through music than DMX. Definitely. I don't know if he would definitely be more respected or what you would consider better. But like hearing him talk about like DMX was like, one of the goats to him.
Yeah.
And hearing him talk and just the they're about like he's backstage and DMX is about to go on, and he's not even on stage, but he like barks into the mic. He just growls or something into the mic, and the fucking crowd goes nuts for like 5 minutes. And I'm like that just really.
And he was like, "This is what I'm up against."
like there's very like when he's coming up and he's doing all these fucking barking noises. You gotta imagine at some point someone's like, I don't know, like what's up with this guy barking?
Right?
I don't know.
But you see and this is what I'm saying. Like especially like even with the Twitch thing, you gotta find like where you fit in.
That's it, man.
It worked. I don't think anybody else could have done it.
It did.
You know what I mean?
Redman kind of does a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But he didn't take it to the full extent that DMX did, you know?
And then for him, it was genuine because with the stuff that he went through, his dog, Boomer, was like his best friend. You know what I mean? So when it's almost like when he did that, he was just almost like he was paying homage to, you know, the animal or the person or thing, whatever you want to call it, that held him down and saw him through the dark times or whatever. So when he did it, especially with the way his voice was, it just worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think anybody else could have pulled that off. Everybody has their thing.
No, and I don't think anybody should try to pull it off again. Like, it's just because it's you know,
after him, I don't think anybody
maybe in like 100 years someone else could do it when people don't fucking aren't like we're like DMX, listen to the lyrics, man, you know, and fucking I don't know, hip hop's going a weird way now.
Yeah, it really is. I'm telling you right now, the 90s and the early 2000s there will never be another, I guess, era musically like that.
It's too much about business now. Everyone's just money's the main concern. Don't get me wrong.
Stories,
like obviously people are trying to make a living back in the day, but it wasn't like
they were genuine about it.
It wasn't catering.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what like it kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. It's like it's good to pay attention to what your audience wants, but you got to find, you know, that you don't want to cater. Yeah. You just want to, you got to be yourselves at the end of the day.
That's what
you know, whatever you're doing, you just got to be yourself. And
that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's just a different era. Like I weep for my kids though. They're not going to know, like even my daughter, she loves like diving back into the 90s, like for her 11th birthday.
11? She's 11?
Yeah. She wanted a Walkman, a Discman. So my mom sent her one because she wanted to know what it was like to be back then with us. You know, the struggles. You had to try and fit it in your pocket. You had to hold it like this so the anti-skip, didn't skip the song. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even like cargo pants. I just wore cargo pants because it was the only thing that fucking...
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And then you get real fancy with it when you'd have the strap and you just have it on your arm. Like, it was...
But I remember going to the gym with a fucking Discman, bro. You know, switching CDs, like, you know, in between.
Yep. Trust
whatever,
me, it was fun times, man. But now musically, it's just I don't even listen to half the stuff they have nowadays. Like I don't even know it. You mentioned someone, I probably don't even know who they are. There is a few. You know, they have like a 1 or 2 song that you might nod your head to, but that's it. You don't go out looking for this particular person, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't know, it's just dead to me now.
Yeah, dude, I have like a bit about Travis Scott.
Yeah, Travis Scott.
You know, and I don't really know who he is, but just because of like the whole Astro World thing and all this stuff, it's like, you know, he just was.
He was like the last one I gave a chance. It was pretty decent. Yeah, and it's funny because he has a song in I think his first album or his second album called Nightcrawler. Which is funny because that's my Twitch name. Mm-hmm. So I kind of resonated with that. And then there's also the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Nightcrawler. So I was just like...
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that. That was good. That's a good watch.
I am a fan of Nightcrawler and X-Men, though.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, that X2... Okay. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite X-Men, all right?
All right. Okay.
And going back to X2, like, there's something that just went wrong with all those X-Men movies. But those... Like, man, the first 2. Even the third one's... It's all right.
Yeah.
But...
Especially with the Phoenix, they could have done way better. For real, they could have done way better.
I know. And then, like, since it hasn't really...
It hasn't really picked up. And I thought they were going to bring it back with the Days of the Future Past one.
Yeah.
It kind of...
That one wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. But it was still, you know, a little
that was
shaky.
The best one since, I think, the first 2.
The Apocalypse one, I don't even know what the hell they were doing with that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
They dropped the ball hard on that one, buddy.
I saw comparisons of him and Ivan Ooze. Like, what the fuck they do? Put fucking Ivan Ooze and X-Men.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I mean, it's pretty nail on the head right there.
Basically. Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Let's do Chadwick Boseman movies.
All right. That's my guy.
Are you just full of like Marvel movies or?
No.
All right.
No. In fact,
I haven't seen all of them, but
in fact, I think on my list there's only one Marvel movie.
Oh shoot! All right. All right.
So he's another one that it hit me hard when I heard about his passing.
Yeah,
like, that one hit pretty hard, but just because you can see like he's really like a genuinely good person. You know what I mean? So definitely hit hard. But
sorry to interrupt, but I loved all the tributes from like the younger kids.
Yeah.
And they're doing like the Wakanda pose, and they have all their action figures and Black Panther like laying down. Like all this stuff is just, it's like, Black Panther wasn't that for me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I love just seeing it, like even just as a fan of this world, like I love that it's still like these characters connect with people still this way, and I love seeing it, and that was
for that one it was definitely big because of what it represents too, like as you know, the Black Panther, a black superhero. You don't really see a lot of that. There is a lot of them out there, but in terms of like ones that are in the spotlight, you have him. You have like Blade and like a few others.
But Blade, we talk about Blade, but like Blade was kind of he's a distant memory at this point, I think.
Yeah,
so
right. So having him at the forefront was kind of, you know.
But I'm sure probably Blade might have been that for some other people, maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
He was one of the first ones that, you know, from like back in the day, like the Blade movies and stuff. So
I like the movies, but I wasn't really like I haven't really read any Blade stuff.
I haven't read a lot of it either. And I do like the movies and like the cartoons and stuff like that, but I haven't really read a lot of his stuff per se. But okay, so for top 5, for number 1, I'm gonna go with Marshall. I haven't seen it. It's about Thurgood Marshall, one of the first black lawyers arguing the Supreme Court. Like, it's because of what it culturally represents. I put that up there, and he did an excellent job. And he actually did that one while he was filming Black Panther. So it was pretty crazy because he had to like put on a little bit of weight and then take off a little bit of weight. And then especially now knowing what he was going through, it's like, dude, like you're a beast, right? So I put that for number 1. Number 2, Black Panther. And the only reason why that's at number 2 is because it does have a certain cultural statement as well. But I feel like Thurgood Marshall was more, you know?
Yeah, fair, man. Yeah. That's fair.
Right? So, and then number 3 is 21 Bridges. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Yep. And then number 4 is Get On Up.
Yes.
The James Brown one.
That's on my tip.
That one was good. It was so good. And then number 5 is Message to the King.
I haven't seen that one.
That one is really good. Message to the King. I still haven't watched The Five Bloods yet, but that's my number 5 for.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's solid. We have a couple of the same ones. Black Panther is my number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
Get On Up.
Mm-hmm.
It's my number 2. Avengers: Civil War. I know it's Captain America, bro, but it's really Avengers. Let's be real. But Civil War just because it was the first time seeing Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know,
it was epic. It was epic.
Infinity War is like my favorite Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it.
Yeah.
So I had to put it there. It's my number 4, and 21 Bridges is my number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few when I was like, usually I just Wikipedia just in case there's anything I forgot.
Yeah.
And there's a few of his I haven't seen.
Yeah,
so a few of them I really want to see though.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely
good. They're all good. They're all real good. Like he's really takes his role seriously. An honorable mention for me also would be 42. The baseball player.
Oh yeah. That's the one. Yeah, I want to see that one. Yeah,
that one is amazing. That one's amazing. I think that was like the first big one he did, like coming out the gate. It was amazing movie.
Yeah, I don't know the direction exactly that they're going with Black Panther or something about his sister.
I'm worried about it because it's like it's there, like everything is there. Make sure you're the new Black Panther. That's it. Done. Write the script, do it up, but then it's like there's this, oh, but it's like no. Just you have the source material. Just go with the source material and just leave it alone. So now I'm a little bit worried, to tell you the honest truth, especially coming off of the hype of the first one. I'm a little worried, but I'm hoping they'll sort it out and just stick to the source material and just call it a day.
All right, I guess we can end on Super. Do you know the exact deal before we get into that? Do you know the exact deal with it? Is it going to be his sister?
It's right now, everything I've heard is pointing towards it being Shuri. There haven't been any talks of getting a new actor in or even like CGI in him or anything like that. So far, it's just Siri. Or I'm thinking they might do it in like, they might try and do it in a way where she's in it and you see her more, obviously, because, you know, she's alive or whatever. And he's like mentioned in the foreground or in the background or something, you know, kind of like in passing. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, really.
It's gonna be.
And especially with the if it's correct, Namor is supposed to be the, I guess, the antagonist, quote unquote, in it. So when it's like War of the Kings or whatever, it's, you know, it's kind of hard to have her. But historically, when he was in a coma from his fight, she was the one that stepped up. You know what I mean? So they could do that same thing and just put it to bed. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We're just the loyal fans.
All right, let's do top 5 superheroes, dude.
All right. Okay, cool. So, Nightcrawler. That's my namesake.
Oh, bro. I'm sorry. Just as you're saying this, we trailed off, but I just want to say the opening scene of X2.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie in theaters?
Bro,
I was like the loudest person in the theater when that shit happened.
I was like this the whole time.
Insane, dude.
Nuts.
Insane.
Fun fact about that movie too. This is just to show how many times I watched it. If you remember the part when they went to Alkali Lake to rescue the kids.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie and you watch it carefully enough, you can see either the stunt double or the actor in his place when he does the teleport to go downstairs. Just watch that scene and you're gonna see him standing there, like basically waiting for his cue, and then you hear the poof, the bamf, and then you see him just kind of like step out. I don't know how they missed that, but
I missed it too. I'm gonna watch it today.
Yo, watch it and trust me, you're gonna message me and be like, yo, yeah, I just noticing this now. Like, it's so crazy. But yeah, number 1, Nightcrawler, Black Panther, Spider-Man. What am I at, 3?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Hey.
Love me some Strange.
All right.
Number 4 is... who did I put in my number 4? Number 4 is Storm from the X-Men. And number 5 is Ghost Rider.
Okay, Ghost Rider, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say he's kind of like an anti-hero, but, you know, he does good
That's
shit.
fair.
He does
good shit. Put him on. I don't give a fuck.
He does good
I have Red Hood on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also changed my hero list around.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. I pretty much do superheroes. I think I've done it every episode. It's just kind of like getting people to kind of step into my world, even if they're not like super big on it. I've had people say like wrestlers or like their parents or whatever, you know?
That's crazy.
But yeah, so number 1 is Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I recently, the very first episode I did this, I like got into it with my buddy because he's like, "Oh, you can't put them. That's a team. You're not allowed to put them." Mm-hmm. But like, they're really only ever seen as a team, and so I made an executive decision here to just fucking put Ninja Turtles in the number 2 spot.
True.
Because for me, like it was Batman, Ninja Turtles, and Spider-Man as a kid. Then X-Men kind of came into the picture, but like it was those 3. That's like my foundation. So, so they're number 2.
Okay.
I'm going Red Hood, number 3. You might think this one's weird, but Arsenal is my number 4.
Okay.
And then Spider-Man's my number 5.
As in, used to be Speedy Arsenal?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay. I could mess with that. I like his, I guess you would say, character growth or progression throughout, like, from Speedy to Red Arrow to Arsenal.
And I've just always been like more of a fan of like the human characters versus like Superman. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Superman, but at the end of the day, my argument will always be, but a 3-year-old could take Superman out if she had kryptonite. There's never gonna be a 3-year-old in the world that could touch Batman. Yeah. You know, no matter what they have. You know, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And you know, so yeah, that's my top 5.
He is an honorable mention for me. In fact, Batman? I think I should have put him in there, but I just want the ones that I go to. But yeah, he's so OP. It's not even funny.
Who's Superman?
Batman.
Oh, Batman.
He's broken.
It's maybe because everyone just loves him, and it's like, okay, but like really, it's like, yeah, but I mean,
he's broken.
He's taken down Justice League. He's done all this stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty broken.
You know, and I think it just has to do with because of who he is and the love that people have for him. Like no one wants to like write him in this. But there was like a Kevin Smith take on Batman. Like he did 3 series. Series?
Web series?
No, like there was. I think they were all like 3 issues.
Oh, okay.
Like a trilogy of 3-issue miniseries.
Okay.
And like in one of them, like Batman pisses his pants. So I mean, there's a little bit of it, but I mean,
not enough.
Not
enough to catch fire.
It's fine.
It won't take.
I don't mind.
It won't take.
All right, dude. We can end on these. I don't know if you know, but we're running out, bro. As soon as I'm done. I have another game that I'm gonna play. You just read one. I'll read one. We kind of, you fucking answer. You can answer the question that you're reading too.
Okay. Bad choices, eh?
All right, you go first.
Okay. Oh, this one's easy. Have you ever gambled money that you shouldn't have? And the answer is no.
You've never done that?
No.
Yeah, I'm not a super big gambler. And generally, like most of the time, if it is money, it's just like $20.
Yeah.
But more times than not, when I do make bets, it's like stupid shit.
Yeah. No, I've never...
Like I've done like, okay, if usually I bet with my buddy Kevin, like 9 times out of 10 it's with him, and we've done like, all right, loser has to wear lipstick for a day at work. Like for real. Yeah. We were working at like Moxie's, and so like he won, and so I had to do that, and then the next one was like, all right, loser has to wax one leg.
I'm trying to picture that.
Yeah. I got pictures. Maybe I'll find. I don't know if I have it, but I definitely took one. I don't know where it is, but I can find it. Funny. And then when he lost, he waxed one leg, bro. Like one leg. Like we came in early. We got like one of the front of house girls to like wax his leg.
You did it at work?
We did it at work.
Oh,
yeah.
That's crazy. That makes
and it was fucking funny. I have like probably like 10 minutes worth of video of him just fucking waxing his leg. But he owned it, man. He like he didn't try to hide it.
Lost the bet, bro. You kind of have to.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big bettor really. I've never been to a casino.
Me neither.
No.
I actually before like this whole pandemic thing started, I actually wanted to try it, but I've never been. I've never felt the urge to go. Mm. But I hear it's a lot of fun, especially if you have, a little bit of self-control, but I've never been. Yeah.
Hey, man. Have you ever fooled around with someone on your parents' bed?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think every kid has done that.
Yeah.
I think every kid has done that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, when you say it out loud, it sounds weird, but I think every kid has done that.
Buddy, when I was in my last foster home, we lived my foster dad owned the house, and he rented out the basement, and so he knew the people, like the tenants and stuff. We all knew them, that we all lived in the same house, but they had like a separate unit. Mm-hmm. And I would go in sometimes before I would leave for school.
Yeah.
And I would unlock the door, so then at lunchtime I could come home, sneak into the basement unit, fuck my girl, do whatever, and then leave and go back to school. Bro, I did this so much in just these...
For me, it was the basement window.
Ah, yeah.
And then you just, you just leave it open, you just sweeps, go in, and you do whatever, and then you leave. Or another thing we used to do back in the day is we always had that one friend where their parents were never home. So they would leave the key somewhere, and you would go there between a certain time, do whatever you gotta do, and then you dip, and then you're gone. It was crazy.
I fucking whatever. I didn't really care where it was. Yeah. I was pretty, like, any of those like those big sewer drains, not like small ones that you have to like crawl into, but ones you can just walk into.
Yeah.
But it's the amount of time. I just lay a jacket down.
Yeah.
And just fucking, you know,
just go.
You just do whatever. Parks.
Yeah.
Fucking
buses.
Yeah. Okay. So I went to
field.
The school I had a handicap washroom, and in it there was like this bed, and there was a button on the wall, and the bed would go up and down. Like, what? You have this in a high school? Like, I get it, but
like, there's only one
you gotta protect this room a little more because, you know, a lot of people did some things.
There's a security guard outside
for real.
at all times.
Or, like, you need a key to get in or something. Like, they didn't guard it.
I've definitely been adventurous in that. You know, like I said, parks, buses, under a tree, bushes.
In a tree.
In a tree.
Hey!
Yo. Libraries, like you name it, malls,
libraries.
Bro, like
you better
when you're young, you
start fucking in libraries now before they're all gone. You don't have any libraries to fuck in.
Hey, knowledge is power, man.
Alright, you want to do one more?
Yeah, man. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm getting some good ones today. All right, ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm ready.
All right. Have you ever had a friend with benefits? Yes, I've had a lot actually.
A friend with benefits. I think truly, just one. Mm-hmm. But it was never like even like labeled. It was just like.
It just happened.
Yeah, like when like.
Was there even a name for it?
We started hanging out, and then it was just kind of like she was very upfront. She's like, "I'm not looking for a boyfriend," and I was like. All right, I wasn't necessarily looking for anything, and when she made that clear, I was like, all right, well, I don't have to be looking for a girlfriend. Like, it's fine. Yeah. I'm fine with this, and we hung out a lot, and fucking, that was... Yeah. But it was never, like, spoken of.
Yeah, it wasn't verbalized. It was not
No, we weren't like, oh, this is my friend with benefits.
Yeah. I don't even think they really had, like, I guess, maybe they did, but you really didn't think
like
about it
fuck
too
buddy
much.
or something back in the day? Like, what do people call it? That's, I guess, the closest thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was it.
All right, no, I don't like this. I want to get a good one. End on a good one.
Taking a peek.
All right. No. See, this is why I'm fucking doing a new game.
A new game?
Bro, this might be the last. This might be the last time I'm doing this one.
Probably read all those by now.
All right, this is it. I'm done. Bad Choices is done. Fuck that. All right, last card. Would you live on the streets like a homeless person for 1 year to triple your salary the following year? So I have some questions with this. Because, like I was visiting BC one time, like on Vancouver Island. Like, there's not homeless people like there is here.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit, and, like, just over there. Obviously, it was summertime when I was there. But, like, they would just be... like close to the ocean under these bridges, and people would just be like hanging out, and I'd be like, this is where you want to be if you're homeless, man. You know, like there's
like
definitely
the luxury.
For real though. There's definitely, you know, places that are better for like places that don't get cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I think I would. I've been homeless, but the thing is, like, yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I would.
I've never thought about it, but for 365 days...
But that means from that point on, your salary is tripled, so you're making triple your amount every year from that point, right? It's not just like the next year it's tripled and then back to normal.
Okay.
You know? That's what I think anyway.
I don't know, that's kind of a hard one, because me personally, I like to be comfortable, and I don't see you getting a lot of comfort from being homeless.
Not at all, bro. Right? But I mean, like, you could sleep at other people's houses and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I think if I were to do it, it would have to be like whatever the version of luxury, whereas you're homeless, would have to play a part into it. Like you could go somewhere and sleep, and you know you just.
It does say, would you live on the streets?
Yeah, probably.
So like for me, it's like, oh man, I feel like that might. I don't know now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might change my answer. I feel like at 36.
Nah, that's not the thing.
I'm not doing that. Maybe like younger. I'd do that because I was just thinking, oh, like I just don't have a home. I just don't have a home. I can just go wherever. But now that I read it again on the streets,
Yeah, there's a lot that goes.
Fuck no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that.
I've done that shit, bro. I'm done. I'm trying to move forward now. You know, I don't care how much my salary is. Fucking, yeah. I don't even want to be in the kitchen next year, bro. Trust you know, so. All right, man. Well, I guess we'll get out of here. You can let these people know where to get at you, where to follow you on Twitch and stuff.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch. It's Nightcrawler, but it's spelled different. I had to get creative with the name. So that's NJGHTCFAWL3R on Twitch. And also on Instagram, just add gaming in front of that. And also on Instagram, I'm at Social Eats Fusion, where I cook stuff, you know, my little side hustle that I'm working on. And same thing on Twitter. And that's
I love all the videos of like your daughter doing stuff and you're showing them stuff. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
She's into it.
You know, that's good. It's good to start young. I started young. Yeah. My girlfriend didn't start young. Now I'm the only one who cooks dinner.
Yeah, man.
This is where we're at.
At the very least, make sure you'll never starve.
I'm lying, babe. I know you cook dinner sometimes. She's going to watch this and be like, you fucking said I don't cook dinner. She does. She's getting better. I think it was a hustle in the beginning because she just didn't want to. She's like, oh, he's a chef.
Yeah.
Like, I can't cook. And now that she's cooking a little more, I see that she can cook. But then
also the part now you have someone to cook for. So when you're by yourself, you just do whatever. You know?
All right, brother. Well, thank you for being here, man.
Thank you much, man.
Like always, this podcast is brought to you by Neon Light District. Hit them up. Use code PillowTalk to save 10%. And by the Great North Apparel. Hit them up. Use code PillowTalk to save 30%. Get your tickets to Lafiteria. Get your tickets to the monthly show. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace the fuck out, guys.
Cycle.